Sit on a chair or on the sofa or on the floor, wherever you are comfortable. Clasp your hands, place them on your lap, cross your feet, gently close your eyes. Before we go into meditation, friends, it's very important to relax our physical body. Let's do a few inhale and exhale. This is just to relax our physical body. So deep inhale, long exhale. Couple more. Deep inhale. Feel the cold air getting in. Long exhale. The warm air coming out of the body. One more. Deep inhale. All the positivity inside you. The long exhale. All the emotions, all the stress is coming out of the body. Now let's relax each part of our body, starting from our head. Let's relax your head. Relax all your facial muscles. Relax your jaw. Relax your forehead. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulder. Relax your back. Relax your hands. Relax your fingers. Relax your stomach. Relax your legs. Relax your feet. Whole body is relaxed, starting from head to toe. This forms an energy loop. Now, friends, let's start observing a normal, natural, simple, soft breath. I'll play some music. We'll meditate together. meditation, keep your mind empty or at peace. Don't chant any mantras, no prayers. Just observe natural, simple, soft breath. With your breath. Slowly come back to physical awareness, physical body. Let's take a moment to express our gratitude to our parents. Let us express our gratitude to all our family, friends. Let us express our gratitude to Mother Nature, five elements, Panchabutas. Let's express our gratitude to our own self, our physical body. Let's begin meditation today. Let us thank and be grateful for everything we have and everyone we have in our life. Gently rub your hands. Place them The count of 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Gently open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. Namaste, Masters. I am Sureka Valuru from Austin, Texas. Welcome back to our book club, Ikigai. So today I'm going to talk about lesson 6. Share my screen. Okay. Oh, you can't hear me? 1 second. Is there but a bit low? Oh, sorry, I think.
No, we can
I'm
hear
pretty
clearly.
high volume.
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. Maybe Sridevi ma'am, please check your audio or your headset. Okay. So, in presentation mode. Okay, friends. Hope you all can hear me. So, we are learning about lesson 6, Ikigai. And, the first slide I show here, what are the takeaways? And then we go dive into this lesson, each of these categories of, Ikigai. So if you see Ikigai, the lifestyle, happiness, longevity, socialize, and spirituality and diet, these are the building blocks you can call for their longevity, right? So we are learning about in this lesson, mostly the authors are trying to find what is the secret for their longevity and what is their lifestyle. How can they live that long, right? They are all like 100 plus. You all might have, most of you all attended previous sessions by Swarna ma'am and Sindhuja ma'am. So here we are trying to learn what is their secret and how do they live that happily for that long. And this is their lifestyle, or you can say this is their life philosophy they have come up with. So if, we as spiritual tablets recommend the same, you can correlate it with the lifestyle we are recommending with meditation, swadhyaya, sajjana sangatyam, ananda brahma, and vegetarianism. So most of us here are meditators. So we are already doing that. So we are, to live longer life, we are already doing meditation. So we have to pat on our back. So we got this. And Swadhyaya is basically your own self-study, whatever books you're reading or, whatever you want to do for your own self. And Sajjana Sangatyam is like a group discussion. And this is what they socialize. Basically, whatever their Ikigai they are recommending, right, in their lifestyle, what is the secret, which is all what spiritual tablets is recommending too. In our like latest thing, what we are doing, like vegetarianism, Ananda Brahma is nothing but their social life. And we'll go more into detail about what all they do, how they lead their life to be that like 100 years plus. And the lesson name, it says lessons from Japan's centenarians, traditions and proverbs for happiness and longevity. So basically in this lesson, the authors travel to a village called Ogimi. So actually, you can see the Ikigai origin starts from here. Um, so basically, the two authors, they travel from Tokyo to all the way to Naha, which is the capital of Okinawa. So basically, after doing a lot of research, so they started this project, right? They're trying to find the people who are living for that, like longevity. How do they live? What is their lifestyle? So once they started this project, they have collected a lot of information: where to find, where to go, where is the center, whom to contact. All the research has been done. Now they're practically going and meeting people here. In this lesson, they are going to interview people who are 100 plus, who are close to 100 or 100 above. So, and they'll find out what is their secret. What is the secret of happy life? How are they living for that long, right? Uh, So, and the way, they travel from Tokyo to Naha, and from Naha, again, it's a 2 hour road trip to Ogimi. Ogimi is a small village. And when they were driving, they were enjoying the drive. After, when there's no traffic, there's all empty roads. So they were seeing the sea and the nice, beautiful greenery on the right side. It's a forest name called Yanbaru. And finally, after traveling all that long, they come to their destination, which is Center for the Support of and Promotion of Well-being. So this is where they get the information that we need to go there and find out about these people who are living 100 plus years. So once they reach there, they meet two people called Tyra. He is 99-year-old, and Yuki. She is 88 years old. So basically, once they meet these two people, they greet them. And in Ogimi village, whoever comes, like the way we offer here water or tea or coffee, they greet people with green tea and some shikwasa fruit. It's a citrus fruit, and it's a very nutritional fruit. We'll learn more about, nutrition and food all in the next lesson, which is lesson 7. So in this lesson, we are more talking about their lifestyle and their life philosophy. So once they, greet them with green tea and some fruit, they sit and, they're talking about how to find those people. And they get a binder. Binder is nothing but it's like, like telephone book, you can call it. And it has all the list of all the residents, like whoever in the town. Town is a very small village. So they have like, organized by age and club. Club is nothing but moi. They call it as moi. It's basically, the way we have clubs here, like, chess club, sports club, yoga club, music club, social club. So the binder has all the people, the whole village. It's only very small village, maybe like 3,000 houses or something. And they have all the residents' names in that book. So they get that all the residents' information from Tyra and Yuki. And Tyra says that, this Ogimi, another key thing he says, volunteer work more than money driven. That means they are not working for money. They do a lot of voluntary work, all the people in Ogimi, right? So we'll learn more about what kind of work they do and how they socialize. What does it mean by volunteer work and all that. A little bit about Moi here I write is about social groups. So basically, these groups are it's a key factor for their longevity. And why and all, like it's basically like our Sajjan Sangatya. Like the other day I was talking in one of the groups, like for a week, or even you start observing, if you don't, like maybe for a few days you're just doing just the routine work, just work, house, family, kids, whatnot, then you are so like eagerly waiting to socialize. You want to meet your friends, or you want to go out or go for a walk or go meet people, say hi, or pick up a phone and call them, right? How long you can stay without talking to anyone, right? Maybe just 1 day or 2 day. So these social groups are their building blocks, or you can say that's a key factor for their longevity of Okinawan people. And so a little bit about Ogimi village. Um, we saw in the map where it is in Okinawa. It's close to Naha. So the characteristics of Ogimi village, right? One most important thing I really liked about is helping one another. They help, and they don't expect anything. That oh, if typical human mind, right? Oh, she helped, then or he helped, then only I will help. It's always like what do you call, like tick for tat or whatever it is, like, or expecting something. You help, but you expect something. Here, people are just doing, whatever they could do. They help each other, and they work like a family. They all like, working like a family, closed group. And, as we learned earlier, they volunteer more than working for money. Everyone pitches in, everyone, any project they take in that village, everyone comes and helps. And that's how they enjoy their, life. And local government assigns the task. So there is no like, boss kind of thing. It's only the government assigns the task, and everybody is happily working, and everyone feels like a community, and they feel like they are useful. Sometimes they might work, but they don't have a value, but they don't see that they're all valued and they're all working as a community. That is like, very important characteristic I felt about Ogimi village. And these are like few things which talks about more about this village. As the author has described in this lesson, there are very few houses, and when they were driving around the city, it's all covered with greenery and very few stores. And the reason why, we'll know. Why do you think there are very few stores? Because the grocery and all, like, they they grow their own vegetables. So we'll learn more about it as we go through the slides. And they enjoy their life. Every occasion or whatever, they can find a reason to celebrate. And we saw it's a lot of greenery in the village, lot of trees, lot of nature. And this was the, the sea and the forest around where the um, authors tribe. So this is little bit about Gimmi village. Next we go into their community life. Gimmi, how the community or how people live in that village. So after the authors land in Ogimi, right? So they got the residents information and all that. And now they want to go eat outside. So in typical American style, or at least in US, like, the restaurants are every corner, every lane we see in nowadays, like so many places, especially in metropolitan cities, so many restaurants. Because that means people are eating outside so much, not even cooking at home. So here in Ogimi, one beautiful thing is there are very few restaurants. They have to really struggle to find a restaurant. That was so like it amazed me. I have not seen like place where people can't find a restaurant. Of course, if you go outskirts or you're driving somewhere out of city, that's a different thing. But here it was like only one or two, or maybe like a single digit restaurant in the whole village. So Yuki, who was 8 years old, she says like, there are few things like whatever she says, I highlighted because I felt it was very interesting. She says, I don't really go to restaurants. So you can think that they hardly, so you know how the restaurant food is, right? What they put, what they use, we have no idea. So when you are cooking, and also in meditation, we always talk about cooking our own self. And when we are cooking also, we send all those positive vibes, positive energy, good thoughts. We are cooking with our own hands. We are not going in a restaurant and eating. So most of the times they eat what they cook rather than going to restaurants. And she says, I eat from my vegetable garden. So hardly going to any groceries. So everything is like, back in their backyard vegetable garden. She's getting all the vegetables from there. And wherever they went, right, the authors and Tyra and Yuki, they went to a restaurant, and the menu they say the slow food and prepared with organic vegetable grown in the town. So the reason I felt the slow food I highlighted because the way they cook the food, even if they eat in the restaurant, there were very few, but even the restaurant people are like, very careful how they cook the food. So which was very interesting. You don't cook the food in high temperatures, whatever the um, nutrients and, all the good things in the food is lost when you heat it up with high temperatures, right? So that was like a very good, the way they cook the food, even in the restaurants. So, and Yuki also says that food is the least important thing. How many of us think that food is the most important thing here to live for a longer life? Um, if anybody has any opinions, please feel free to raise your hand. But I would like to comment here because in my family, both the sides, food is the most important thing. We'll see a lot of families food lovers, I would say. Like, of course, you love the food, but doesn't mean that the whole day is gone just in the kitchen cooking. There are some families, or at least I can say in my own family, when I go to India, from the like since morning, getting up, it starts with tea, coffee, and then breakfast, and then just a little bit of break, and then lunch preparation, and then maybe like a nap. Typical household woman or typical household family in India. Like I've seen in with my own eyes, the whole day is just gone in kitchen. The whole day, like cooking from breakfast till dinner. And I was thinking, I was telling my mom or other aunts and all, like, why are we spending so much time? And we just had lunch again, snack, evening snack, 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, tea, coffee, and then snack, and then dinner. And there is a myth or a belief system even in my own family since I stopped meat long time back. Of course, it's been like 7, 8 years now. My mom even now today she keeps telling me that if you don't eat meat, you'll become weak. Your health will, you'll be sick and whatnot, she says. I'm like, I'm very happy. I'm very healthy. Being a vegetarian, I'm more healthy. That's what I keep telling. So this is happening in my own life. Food is given more importance. But, as Yuki says, and for a long life, food is the least important thing. The most, what is the secret, right? What is the secret for not just the food for the physical body? There is something else also, like you being happy, being, uh, enjoying your whatever moments and, being busy doing uh, or greeting each other, being a social life. It's not just the food. That's what she meant here. Food is the least important thing. And food alone won't help you live longer. This I want to be very clear for all of you. I'm sure most of you by now have realized who are in this path, spirituality path, and who have become vegetarians. Food is not just the one to to do things, also to work or whatever you're doing, fitness or here they're talking about long life, so it's about longevity. Anyone has any um, comments on food on this topic here? Please raise your hand and we'll take a couple of inputs. Um, Sumesh, Sridevi ma'am? Yes, ma'am. Let me unmute you. Okay, ma'am, go ahead.
I think a lot of if you keep 60-70% of the food raw food, it makes you more energetic rather than the cheesy or oily food makes you lethargic. So if you include raw food more, you feel light as well as more energetic.
That's very true, ma'am. That's absolutely true. And, I have also experienced that initially before getting into spirituality, whenever we used to go for like the lunch buffet kind of thing, right? There's so many food items there. And we overeat sometimes, and then you're tired and you're sleeping. After eating, you're tired. So, and sometimes when you do fasting and all that, or when you do Navratri detox kind of thing, I was more energetic, like few days or like one day, even if I don't or eat only fruits or vegetables, or I was more energetic than eating more food. So that is, belief system we have in our thing, that we need to come out of that. Food is not the one which helps you being stronger or longer. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Um, and they say the secret is smiling and having a good time. And also, like I put it here as mindful eating. Even if you eat, right, just be a little mindful in what you're eating. Um, yeah. And as we learned here, no bars, there are no alcohol. I mean, maybe just one, maybe wine or something like that. No hardcore alcohol available in that village. And it's a rich social life. They say it's a rich. They are not saying about rich money or materialistic. They are saying social life. So you can think, friends, how much social life is important for a person to live longer. So which is nothing but our spiritual tablets, or platforms, or Patri sir's suggestion is Sajjana Sangatya. Being people discuss, emotions during cooking our food and eating to affects our health. Definitely, ma'am. That's very true. That's exactly why, these people are avoiding going to the restaurants. So, I mean, maybe I don't know if they know the reason behind, but they have following that lifestyle and they're happy with that and they're living longer. So they continue that. And the restaurants are also not doing business because a lot of people, they cook themselves. They're busy doing things because, at that age, and especially when they're volunteering and they're doing whatever works they're doing, they want to be more active. So the way they can be active is like making food for themselves. When you go to a restaurant, somebody is making food, right? So that's like kind of little bit could add more laziness for us. And also like vegetables growing, that also takes some time. Gardening is not an easy job. We all know here in US, gardening takes so much time and effort, physical work also. So growing a garden is also like another job they do, like, but enjoying, they're happily doing it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. And this town has like, 17 neighborhoods, like the way in US we have communities, right? So they have 17 neighborhoods and each neighborhood has like a president, and then several people are in charge, like for culture or festival, social activities and longevity, whatever they're planning to do. So they have like some kind of owner for those festivals. Uh, let's go to the next one, and it's circle of enjoyment. And we define this in spiritual tablets as Ananda Brahma. What is Ananda Brahma? Friends, I think most of you might have heard. If you have not heard, it's basically, the ultimate or the true bliss. Whatever you do, anything, any activity or arts or anything, the happiness you get, that is what is Ananda Brahma about. And how they are enjoying by doing what, right? So small celebration. So these authors, they were like, going around the village and talking to people and all, right? So Yuki and Tyra, they were taking them for small celebrations. So they took them to a neighborhood where they were greeted by like 20 people. And all those 20 people, they say very proudly, like, our youngest person among us is 83 years old. Um, like in our, at least from the family where I am, or in our culture, 40, 50 is the oldest. Like, oh, we are 40, we are 50, we are done, or we are not doing anything. What do we celebrate now? Why should I celebrate? Even my mom or dad, if I say like birthday celebration, why should I celebrate? Nothing, no, don't buy cake or anything like that, So they So ads, I mean, the key point is every celebration matters for the long life. That's what they are showing here. So even the age, like 99, so they were celebrating 3 birthdays here. They went to a birthday party basically. Um, one woman was 99 and another woman was 94 and a young man was 89. So all three of them like birthday celebration in that group, and they were singing happy birthday song in English, and they were dancing, um, and then finally they cut the cake, and the cake was like homemade, and it was made of shikwasa. It's like a citrus fruit cake, and everybody shares and they're happily enjoying, and the woman who is 99, she cuts the cake. The way they were celebrating is like a sweet 16. You can think like that, the way in here in US, at least for our kids who turn 16, we do like a big party, right? Like we invite so many people. It's like a big kind of a huge thing. So even every birthday, 99-year-old woman, like, they were celebrating like a 16th birthday, or like young, they feel young at heart. That's the key. So circle of enjoyment is very important in their lives, to be, that 100+ years. Um, and they were having green tea as usual, like whenever they meet for celebrations. Okay, so what we learned, celebrations are essential part of life in Ogimi. Um, they just have to find a reason, any um, thing like they'll come up with and they celebrate. And the other one, the sport, they're talking about sports. So as we see in Ananda Brahma, right, we have like music, dance, it can be sports, it can be art, anything. Like, they say there are 64 arts. People can, out of 64, anyone can pick any one of the art. So here the another activity or art, you can call it, they're playing a game called gate ball. Gate ball is simple, like, it's a ball and a stick. It's like a golf they're playing. It's a very not too much physical activity or physical sport. It's a very low impact sport. That's what they call it, and very popular sport in Okinawa. Um, and they're just like they're happily moving. At least they're even you at that age, even if they kick the ball, that itself is like some kind of movement is happening in the body. That itself is a big thing, right? At the age of 99, if people are standing and hitting a ball, so just imagine they are doing an awesome job there. And they have like local competitions, and there is no age limit for participants. And that was like I felt very interesting, because here in US, whatever activities we do, at least they mention like age, or when we go to national parks or any roller coaster rides or something, right? They have age or height, weight, sometimes weight limits also are there. So here there's nothing. Everybody can participate, anyone can participate in those sports. And they play weekly games, and the authors, they do play, and they lost the game for a woman who turned 104 years. So they were really surprised to see their enthusiasm in participating and playing actively. Yeah. And so we talked about how they celebrate, what all they do in celebrating, right? Now comes the spirituality, the other part of it. We go back to our model. Like we talked about happiness, we talked a little bit about diet. We will talk more diet on lesson 7, their lifestyle. We are still talking on longevity and socialization. Now gets the spirituality. So if we go into spirituality, so they say even spirituality helps to lead a happy life. So I know a lot of people do like things like we don't believe in spirituality, whatnot, right? But here, these people are saying being spiritual also adds to their longer life. And how we know that, right? Being spiritual means like we do practice meditation, yoga. So that is like, they'll talk more. So the main religion they follow in Okinawa is called Ryukyu Shinto. Ryukyu is the original name of the Okinawa archipelago, and Shinto means the path of the gods. So basically, this religion, it combines the Chinese Taoism, Confucianism, and Buddhism and Shintoism. So all these are like, it's not just one thing. There are like, combination of all these religions, and they're following that. It's called Ryukyu Shinto. And they also have an ancient faith. So every, part of the world or anywhere you go, there are some belief systems or there are some faiths they follow. And their faith is world has infinite number of spirits. So spirit here, they are talking about soul. And infinite spirits divided into several types. Spirits of the home, the forest, trees, mountains. So the way I understood this part was very interesting. We say, um, yeah, spirituality is not religion, right? Spirituality is basically you are learning about your own self and also connecting to your inner self by doing meditation and yoga and all this, whatever we talked about, swadhyayam and sajjana sangatyam. So all these vegetarianism, all those blocks we talked under spiritual tablets come under spirituality. So here, the way they're following the world, they treat it as like their number of spirits, so they call it like spirit for home. I was like thinking, what is spirit of home? Then it connected me, like they are like the way the house we live in also has some kind of energies, right? Like we want to keep our house full of positivity, or uh, like you and also the forest is like nature, the trees, all those are like from, if you think like mineral kingdom, animal kingdom and human kingdom, right? Anybody has any question? Okay. Sridevi, you have a question?
You can mute everyone
No,
then.
Yeah. Sridevi ma'am, yes ma'am, please go ahead, you have something to share?
no, madam. It was that time I raised, I forgot. Thanks.
Okay, no problem. Oh, okay, Chandra sir. Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
Just wanted to stress the spirit here actually is being referred to what we call vibes or vibrations. For example, spirit of the home. What is it that is creating the home? What are the vibrations within?
Vibrations.
Those are the things that we need to look at. And spirit also means the souls. Right? But ultimately,
we are going
if we
that,
really try to look at this faith, the world has infinite number of spirits. Infinite spirits divided into several types. So those are all nothing but the vibrations that are being referred to. Every emotion is a vibration. Every human being is a vibration. Everything that we have around us is a part of the vibration. So it's basically the vibes. So look at it that way. It's not the what we immediately think of in terms of spirit being a religion, a ghost, or something like that. It is not so. It is all the vibrations that are being referred to. I just wanted to see that we are connected from that perspective.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah. And also, like, sir, I also felt like, it's also indicating oneness, like, when we look at the mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, and human kingdom. So they are like saying the mountains. I mean, when we go into their gods in the next slide, they do pray for like rocks and trees. Okinawa, they believe in the nature. Nature, they treat nature as God. So I felt like I wanted to share that information because they believe in that spirit or whatever the vibrations, as sir has mentioned, is in everything basically. Yeah. And they do rituals and festivals the way we do. So here I'm going to show you a little bit more about their spirituality in Okinawa. So Okinawa, first thing here, they say sacred jungles and forests. What does it mean? So they are treating the forest or the nature very, sacred, and they treat nature as God. And the two temples in Okinawa, they call it as Yutaki and Yuganzu. Yutaki is basically it's a collection of stones, where people pray and they say the spirits gather. It's nothing but the vibrations, as sir said, right? When we go to a temple, we feel that energy and the vibrations, right? So it's similar to that. And even in India, in olden, even now probably, the rural villages, at least when I was growing up in my grandmother's village, the temples were not that fancy. They were all built with the stones, similar to this. And there used to be one photo or something like that. And, it was covered in between the stones, and they used to pray. It's like in the outskirts in a village. So that is what is called, they are naming it as Yutaki. And the other one is Yuganzu. It's an open air temple. They have incense like agarbatti and the coins and all that. And it's, they don't have like big temples or anything. So it's all and from these two, what do you all think? They're connecting more to nature, right? More of, so when they say open air, it reminded me, the Chidambaram temple in Chennai. It's an open space. That's like Akasha Tattvam. It's here, it's Vayu Tattvam. So you can connect to the Panchabhutas. And that's how I understood, they are more connecting to the Panchabhutas or the 5 elements. The main, they're not like restricting themselves to just sit in a building and, closed environment. It's all open environment. And the other thing they mentioned is women are more spiritual. The way we can understand is it feminine, it's masculine. In that form, you can understand it's not a gender or anything. That's how I understood. So the feminine qualities or the nature it leads to more spiritual than the masculine. And they also follow ancestor worship as we do in India as well. They like pray for ancestors, and that's one of their important spiritual practice in Okinawa. And as sir mentioned, spirit as soul, there is little bit about Mabu I want to talk. We're not going to more detail about it. Here, they also treat Mabu is like, source of life. We all know our soul is our source of life. And somebody's talking. Okay, so it is immortal. We all know soul has no death and make us who we are. That's exactly what we follow also. And sometimes Mabu, someone who died, is trapped in the body of a living person. So this Mabu thing, the spirit, the soul, so somebody like, that person can be trapped in a living person, and they do some kind of a special ritual to free that spirit. And it also can be passed. It also can be passed from person to person by physical contact.
Masters, those who are not talking, please mute yourself. There's a lot of background disturbance.
Thank you, Masters. So they are just talking about, basically energy exchange. We can think in those terms. One is through physical contact. One is through, it could be a jewelry, or it could be some clothing, it could be some photographs. So that's how, the energy exchange can happen. Even like, we also, dear ones, especially our grandmothers or something, right? We keep their memories with us. Why do you think it gives us, like, whenever I look at my grandmother, some photo or something, it gives some kind of happiness, or I remember those days. So, you can think in those terms, like that is what they are saying basically. It's an energy exchange, or it makes them more happiness, or it's the contact. Um, yeah. That's about spirit or soul. And this one, we are saying wiser and the stronger. These people who are 90 plus, we are saying why do you think they're wiser? Because at that age they have experienced the life, and they have seen all the whatever they have to go through, right? About the life, ups and downs, or whatnot, about their work style or their lifestyle or their kids, their family. So they're all experienced at that age, and that's why we are calling wiser. And they are stronger. You become stronger with your wisdom, right? That is very true in our daily life too. When the way we learn is by going through that situation, right? If you are just reading a book, that is not enough, right? When we go through that situation, then only we remember more, and we try to not to do that kind of mistake again. Or I'm just giving an example. So the wiser and the stronger. So how they become more strong is like, by doing meditation. One is their lifestyle. They're busy with a sense of calm. And that sense of calm can be achieved with the meditation. So we all practice the meditation every day. We all are meditators, so, which is one good thing that we follow in our spiritual tablets. And we recommend that. That is the number one. Meditation is a must. And the next one is happily busy. I really love this word happily busy. I never heard this word happily busy, because we are all busy beings here, especially in US. Being working, family, kids and all, we hardly have time anything to go back and check our own self. Sometimes we are so much involved in taking care of others or taking care of other things, not taking care of our own self. But at the same time, you be busy, but you're happy. If you're busy and you're stressing, oh, I have a lot of things to do, I have so much of work to do, how do I do that anxiety thing, then that will not help you to live longer. So even if you're busy, be happy. That is what is enjoy life. That is what is Anando Brahma, is part of our spiritual tablets, right? And this one, it was so beautiful, and it really struck me. The essential part or essentials to happiness in this life is something to do, something to love, something to hope, something to do. Just imagine, friends, if you don't have anything to do, just imagine, maybe one day, maybe half day, but second day, you'll be bored, right? Even at your work, if your boss is not giving any work, how do you feel? Oh God, I'm sitting in front of the computer, I don't have any work, right? So you always have something to do. I mean, that is good thing. If you don't have anything, that is not good. So that is what they are, something to do. They have always keep something to do in their life. And to love, what do you love to do? Either it could be arts or dance or celebrating or meeting people or having a cup of tea or coffee or whatever it is, right? So something you love to do. And to hope, something to hope. So they are always in that positive attitude. You see that how, what kind of lifestyle they are having here, or in that mindset, something to do, something to love, something to hope. Those are the three key things for their happiness in life. And this is, but they're always pushing their ikigai. So we might think like, oh, my ikigai is this, or learning music, and I'm done. That doesn't happen. It's like ikigai is like continuous thing. Purpose of life keeps changing, and you have to keep, you know, um, enlightening or learning every day, right? And also in a not in a rush way. So when I was like, before getting into meditation, I was doing multitasking a lot. Actually, to be frank, I was working or I was driving, I was talking, or like 5, 6 things are going on in my mind and also in my hands. And also, I used to tell my kids, okay, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Like when you're doing, just listen to music also, or when you're doing this, something. I'm just giving an example. But after coming into spirituality, I realized multitasking is not good at all. Before, I always used to recommend people do multitask, but that was no, because you will not be able to do anything properly when you're doing multiple things. So they don't do multitasking and they're not in a rush to do it. So, and the other one is vegetarianism. As you all know, spiritual tablets, one of the key thing is vegetarianism. And also they do follow Okinawa or Ogami people are like, almost like 80 to 90% they eat vegetables. Maybe like once in a day or once in a week or something, they eat fish. That's it. No other meats. Most of the times they are like completely, their plate is filled of vegetables. So that is why they're called wiser and stronger here. And the interviews, right? So almost they are done. So they stayed about a week in Ogimi, the authors, and they have conducted like 100 interviews with all the eldest members in the community, and how they shared about their life philosophy, their Ikigai, and the secrets. Out of their 100 interviews, authors have come up with 5 key things, which, we all can print this and keep or make an a like affirmation kind of thing and put it on your fridge magnet or wherever you go, or in your house or in your car. One is, don't worry, keep your heart young. So the worry is the thing which makes people more sick, and also, it deteriorates your age. That's what they are saying. Don't worry, keep your heart young. Means you're always like, feeling happy, and your heart is all like peaceful. And also they say the cardiology, I think in next lesson we talk about health issues like diabetes or heart diseases. They don't get any of those because they're always like happy. They are not worried. The heart is not stressed. And whenever they want to meet people, they just go outside and neighbors and all, they just say hi. And, they have like a lifestyle, like what they do in the day. So that is like the second one, cultivate good habits. Keep your fingers busy. How do you keep your fingers busy? Like, if you're just like, oh, I turned 50, 60, I'm not going to move my body. I'm not going to move my fingers. I'm going to just sit on the sofa, just drink cup of tea or eat on the sofa, not get up from the chair. That is not how they are. They are moving. They are always working with the hands or fingers, right? Some of the, they share. Maybe we all can share after this slide what good habits you all do or how your day starts. Like you get up in the morning. What do you do first thing in the morning? What time you get up? Those are the things like, they share in their interviews. One person says, I get up at 4 a.m. And they say like they exercise and then they go to their garden and they see all that greenery. Once your eyes are like, full of greenery, it's so nice to that feeling inside, that positivity comes inside in your body. And the other, they say like I do gardening, and then afternoon they go and meet friends. So those are all like few of the good habits they have shared in the interview. And you all can think about some good habits, friends. So maybe you all can share after a few more slides. We'll discuss more about how your lifestyle is. What do you do in a day? What time you get up? What time you go to bed? From the morning till in the night, what are the good habits you do? Or how you plan your day? So probably you can write it down. We can talk about it after the few slides. Yeah, music, yes. Music is my favorite too, and dance, yes. Yes, these people do that too. Some of them, they do share actually. They dance, they first thing they sing, they get up, and some of them express the gratitude. I'm also practicing that. And when I get up, I know sometimes I forget, but immediately I remember and I say, thank God. I have, thank you for everything you're giving me in my life. Whatever is coming to me, I'm expressing my gratitude every day. So that one thing I'm at least practicing that for, yeah. And the next one, it says, nurture your friendships every day, social gatherings. So initially I used to think I don't want to go for gatherings. When I came into spirituality, I wanted to be just do meditation, keep on, alcoholic stage. We all know now, we all have finished L1. So, but after that, I realized I need to get out of the house and go meet my friends. Even though they're not meditators, I still go. And, I spend some time, I may not be like hours and nights like previously the way I used to do before. I just go for a few hours and then come back. So social gatherings are very important, friends. Yeah. We all think that spirituality is just like, sannyasi or just gave up on everything. No, actually, after coming into spirituality, more gatherings, more enjoying. Life is all about enjoyment. That's what I realized. And the fourth one, he says, is live an unhurried life, which is like, slow and relaxed. Like the way we do, like multitasking, don't do the multitasking. Whatever you pick up the task, don't do in a hurry. That's okay. Do slowly and relax and then do it. And then the last one he says is be optimistic, live to the fullest and keep smiling. Smiling is so important. I didn't realize, of course, we do keep hearing in meditation, guided meditation, and all that. But smiling also adds to age. I didn't know that part. So I learned something. Actually, I learned a lot reading about it in this book. So one of them is, smiling is also adds to your longer life and being optimistic. So always that keep your positive attitude. These are the, 5 positive inspirational statements from those interviews he got, all the authors got it. And the last day when they're leaving the village, the way when we visit any national park or any place, right? At least I have the habit of collecting souvenirs, like a fridge magnet or something from that place, so that I remember that. Whatever places we have visited so far, I have something from that place in my house. So when they were saying like, they were looking for souvenirs, like because they are going back now, they want to collect something and take it with them. They couldn't find anything in the whole village. The only thing they could find is local vegetables and green tea and some shikwasa juice and just water bottles. That's it. Nothing like, so this from this itself, you can see clearly there are no stores. There are no other marketing, all those gifts shops and all that. There's nothing like that. They have bottles named as longevity water. So they bought some bottles from there and they took it with them as a souvenir. Uh, yeah, and when they were leaving the village, they saw a statue called Bunagaya. So this is like similar to when we go to like any vacation or any place, right? At the they have like a note what is that place is talking about, or some kind of information, or how is that place formed, or who is the person who has done all that great things about that place, right? So the same way they have found a statue there and they took a picture while going, and they took this one also. And what the inscription on the statue is so beautifully written. I'll read this, and every line I felt it was so good. A declaration from the town where people live longest. At 80, I'm still a child. When I come to see you at 90, send me away to wait until I am 100. The older, the stronger. Let us not depend too much on our children as we age. If you seek long life and health, you are welcome in our village, where you will be blessed by nature, and together we'll discover the secret to longevity. So this was really beautiful. Maybe we can take a picture and keep it whenever you feel like, I'm old, I can do, then read this. Or, maybe like read this one also, inspirational statements from these people. I keep hearing that whenever I meet people who are like 50 or 60, oh, I'm old, I can't do anything. What should I do? So this should be our inspiration to see what all they do. And at the end, friends, there are few key points in their Ogimi lifestyle. I'm going to touch base. So whoever they have interviewed, right? One common thing they have found is a vegetable garden. They all have a vegetable garden, most of them, like 100% you can say. And the fields of tea. So they grow tea also, which is the green tea, and mangoes and shikwasa is a fruit, the citrus fruit. And all belong to some form of a neighborhood association. They feel like cared as a family. So they all like together. Like they don't feel like you are some other person, I am some other. They all work together. They live like a family. and they celebrate all the time, even little things, music, song, dance, whatever it is, even the sport, whatever they play. So this is their part of the daily life. We do celebrate, at least my family or where I am, only on special occasions, maybe birthday or something or some festival. But here, people, they are celebrating every day, daily. All this is happening. How many of you all daily do song or daily dance? At least I'm trying to do my music daily, at least the one which I love. So pick what you love and do those. It's like celebrating what you love to do. And yeah, me too. Yes, ma'am. And they have an important purpose in life or several. They have an ikigai, but they don't take it too seriously. They are relaxed and they enjoy all they do. So as we discussed earlier, right? They have important purpose in life. What is their important purpose? And by now, I think you all might have got it. They just want to enjoy their life. That is their important purpose in life. How they do it and what they do it, they have like maybe the ikigai is the purpose of life. But they have like, the day what they want to celebrate or like go out or socialize, and they're relaxed and they're enjoying. That's one of the key. And they're very proud of their traditions and local culture. So they do follow their traditions and tradition, spirituality, their faith system is also adding their longer life. And their passion about everything they do, however insignificant. Yeah. So as we discussed earlier, right, they celebrate everything, every small thing, you name it, anything. Maybe buying a house, of course we do here pujas and all that. Even that is like they're celebrating. Or kid as actually that celebration reminds me now, you all, I think most of you all are Anhata batch. You have finished, all of you, congratulations by the way. All of you have finished your L1. Now there's time to celebrate, right? So some might think, why to celebrate? I already passed, I don't need to celebrate. But here is the step, right? When you celebrate, you're meeting people. So the Dallas trip, which is like in few weeks or a month, which is coming up, is some kind of, you can think that's an example what I wanted to express here. That's kind of celebration for your work hard, whatever you have done in L1, and you're meeting people. It's another way to think. Sajjana Sangatyam with your teacher or all your friends. So that's like, an example you can take it. And they're always busy, but they occupy with tasks that allow them to relax. No one sits alone, not doing nothing. Yeah. How many of you have seen people who are just sitting home doing nothing? At least, I don't know here, I can't talk because I don't have much family who are that old here. But at least in India, I have family who are 60s, 70s. They do nothing. They just sit on the sofa, just eat and just watch TV and they do nothing. So when I read this, they were like just coming into my mind. Oh my God, I have so many family like that. They're doing nothing at that age. So what is that we have to learn, friends, from this? Age doesn't matter. Be busy, what you love to do. And, keep your fingers busy. Do something. Just don't just sit and do nothing. And the last point is called Yumaru, which is connection between people and social. They call it as Yumaru. What is Yumaru, right? So they say helping each other is also a secret to longevity. I didn't know this part. And I know most of us may, or at least I'm thinking a lot of people may not know. You help each other will add to longevity or longer life. And how? That is by connecting or by, Sajjana Sangatya, talking, sharing, and working together, helping others in need. So that is what they do. Practice. They practice this every day, helping in your daily life. Adds, so the Yumaru in your daily life add years to your life. You will live longer life when you help each other. And, they build like, constructing a house or whatever the project they take up, right? Maybe like putting a road or something. they need to build something, or they need to put a roof or something. Everybody goes and pitches in whatever they can. Even they don't mind, like, look at this person who is like holding a stick and walking. Even that person also wants to go and help. So that's how they are, friends, and that is one of the key for their longevity. um, that's it, friends. And I want to share one more quick thing. um, like, in our Chinmaya, where I go teach for little kids, we have a pledge. And the pledge, one of the word is so beautiful. I just want to highlight that. So basically, it says, we live honestly the noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. So give more than take. So take less, give more. So this applies to Mother Nature, or all the Panchabhutas, the five elements, the nature. You give more to the nature, more to the people than taking, keep on taking the elements or natural elements, natural resources, right? Today, like this reminded me when we did this there. Thank you, friends, and that's it. Sixth lesson, we all can share, but only on WhatsApp. Yeah, I know nowadays the technology is like that. We are on phones and on electronics, but we always can keep them away for some time. Plan your day, and more of come out. Actually, that's one thing I'm practicing. I can tell you that, because last 2 years everything was online. I'm coming out of online things. Last 2 years I didn't teach in Chinmaya, where I do teach for little kids, Balvihar. So this year I started back. I'm so happy seeing the kids, seeing the people. I was so desperate to come out of the house and to see people, because like all this time it was online classes, online things, online sessions. So now I want to come out of it and see people. So I'm one of the examples. You can take me. Uh, anything you want to share, or we talked about these 5 things. How you all can implement them in your daily life. Um, First thing, what do you do in the morning? Like get up in the morning and do, or anything you want to share? Please raise your hands. First thing, if I'm working, of course, my work, I'm running to the work. But if I'm not working, first thing I would like to do is my music. That's me. And definitely, to come out of the house and see the greenery outside, it gives a lot of happiness. Because like in US, we can't expect to see people all the time, right? Like getting up early morning. Of course, in villages, it's a different thing. Here, it's like you're bonded in your own house with your family, husband, wife, or kids. And you can't expect you're getting up in the morning and going and seeing people, right? So you can at least go and spend time in the nature, or go in your backyard and see the greenery outside, or see the sun god, spend time with the nature. Any questions, friends?
I have a question. Can I ask?
Yes, Ashish ji.
Yes, wonderful session. But my question is, see, one of the things that I saw right now in those 5 things was uh, uh, keep do things slowly. Something which says don't be in a hurry, don't be rushed. I'm just wondering, in a city life, I stay in Mumbai and so many things to do, and so how I'm right now wondering, how does one apply that part to Ikigai when you are staying in Mumbai? So I don't know if there's a direct answer. It's just like an inquiry.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, where you are. Doesn't matter whether you are in Mumbai. Actually, I feel like US is also like a roller. I mean, of course, it depends on the lifestyle, what lifestyle you are leading. If you're just a homemaker, you may not have, of course, I don't want to say homemakers as a lower priority, but they are also going through a lot of things. I think it all depends. I know Mumbai is a metropolitan city and you may have a lot of things. It all depends on what you have in your plate, what all the tasks you have. Being in Mumbai, people are relaxed. There are people who are relaxed. It's not like the whole Mumbai people are busy, right? It depends on what, this is how I feel. It depends on what things you have in your plate, like what all you have your to-do list or what all you are taking care of it. City might be busy, but city should not guide you that I'll also busy because the city is busy or other people are busy, right? US lifestyle is so different, actually. So different, I would say. There's so many restaurants. Of course, nature is there, at least where I am in Austin. There are some cities, there are no trees at all. It's all like completely just roads. So, I think it depends on where you're living also. But I would say to prioritize things, and especially meditation, right? I'm one of the example who was always in a rush. And I'll give you one example. Few years back, I think my son he was 5 or 6, now he's 14, almost 7, 8 years back. So I like working. Of course, I worked all the time, most of the times. Now I'm taking a break on and off. But when I was working, after coming from work, I was rushing my son. Every time, like here in US, especially for little kids, parents, I have seen that. People putting in so many activities, right? Do this, do that, music or instrument or whatnot, or tuitions or some other activity. A lot of things are going on. The kids are so stressed, actually. And one of the kid today, she says, Auntie, I have a headache today. I'm like, little kid, I teach third graders, not even 10-year-old. Why are you having it? I have so much homework, Auntie. I was like, really? I mean, it all depends on how much you're giving also, or how much you're taking. As a kid, of course, parents are giving there. But as an adult, we are our own reality, right? We create our own reality. We can back off if you're having like 10 things. I mean, this is my first book club. Friends, please excuse me if, I have not explained any topic properly. This is my first book club I'm doing. I know I've wanted to do book club for quite some time. Being in this path for more than 2 years, this is the time I got it. And, I'm so happy doing it. And thanks to Chandra sir, Lakshmi ma'am, and all my Swarna ma'am, Sindhuja ma'am, and Sridevi ma'am, and all my co-team for this book club. I have enjoyed working on this book. So for more than 2 years, I wanted to do, but finally it happened now, right? So, but I cannot take it because I don't have bandwidth. I want to do so many things, but I cannot do it. I am limited. So initially, before, I used to take 10 different tasks. Now I'm like, no, I know how much my body and mind can take it. That's it. Only this much. I'll take only that much. That's how I decide, Ashish ji. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah. Answered. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good to see you.
Yeah. Thank you. Same here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sureka ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, Swarna
Thank you
ma'am.
very much. Yeah, beautiful session. There's a lot of good wisdom, good points that you have shared related to longevity and keeping good health and all those new things I have learned. And to the Ashish's question, wherever, no matter where you are, you can still enjoy. You may be driving long distance, right? Just enjoy the nature, even enjoy how people are talking, right? So much they talk their personal things, they talk about their movies, saris, food and all. Just enjoy and laugh. Wow, how nicely they are talking, right? Even though it couldn't be like materialistic thing, you can still enjoy. So we are here to enjoy. No, nothing is stopping us, right? So yeah, whatever you do, you just think never think that, oh, I'm so living in the busy area, that it's all are like beliefs. Somebody said, oh, it's so rush, so rush, so rush. Everybody says that. So we also thinking. But so what? Why are we rushing and what are we doing? Let it go and just enjoy, right? So you should not feel anything, that restricts you or that bothers you. Whatever it is, that is one of the way of enjoying life. That is another experience, isn't it? In a quiet place is another experience. So yeah, I just wanted to put, so it is, happiness is within you. It's not coming from outside or nobody causes.
Yeah.
So it is within you. However you want to enjoy, you enjoy. So that mindset,
Thank
sir,
you, ma'am.
mindset, just have that happiness mindset. Yes, Sureka ma'am, thank you so much again. So beautiful slides
Thank
and
you. Thank you, Swarna
great
ma'am.
content. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I
I
learned a
think
lot
Lakshmi
with the
ma'am
Ikigai
is
book.
there.
Yeah. Oh, ma'am.
Yes, I think
Sorry.
Lakshmi Lakadi ma'am wanted to share.
Ma'am, you did. Okay. Yes, Lakshmi ma'am.
Thank
Please
you.
add your
Thank you.
comments.
Thank you. No comments, ma'am. It's all about sharing. And Sureka, ma'am, no matter first or last, but what I feel is what you feel you're doing. That's what is important. And that's where it goes with even Ashish's question that our needs, right, drives
Mhm.
us. Here in Ikigai, their needs, what I see is so basic and so joyfully they are doing. So our needs, our expectation from ourselves, that drives us, that takes us into race. And of course, definitely the challenge of the Mumbai, maybe the basic, most of the half of the person's life goes on traffic. Yeah, that could be there. But as just now, Swarna ma'am said, maybe you can have something in that time, travel time. Maybe you can read, maybe you can talk, maybe you can have change certain, perspective of certain people by just talking beside you. Some things which we go with an intent when we are doing, that is what they're saying. Ikigai is finding a meaning within whatever you're working. Definitely, the challenge will always be there to city, situations, circumstances. Fastness here doesn't mean the time, the fastness, as Sureka ma'am said, when you're doing some work, be in that flow, not thinking of present, not thinking of past or future. Many times it happens, we get up, we can plan for a day, but when we are doing something, we are always thinking of ahead or the past. We are never in that present. So that is what they're meaning here as slowing down. Being in flow is being in that moment and doing it. We do plan, over plan, certain times it takes a next day. So that is over expectation from ourselves. So we have to balance, evaluate, retrospect and interrogate yourself, and then again balance it. No one is sitting on our head to ask why and why not, at least in this era wherein most of us are boss of ourselves in most of areas. To be very frankly, that's what I feel. Unless there is someone which is so much uh, binded that someone is asking you, most of us are free enough to do a choice in 90% of our life, and we are not using that choice. Wherever you have that let go, wherever we have our basic needs to reduce, wherever we want to prioritize in a day, in a month, in a year, we can do it. And that what the Ikigai book is telling us, slow down, is to be in a moment and enjoy joyfully. Do that. I hope Ashish sir's
Beautiful sharing, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you
question,
very much, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
yeah, it brings a lot of these questions are real questions which every person in day-to-day life goes through.
Yeah,
And
true.
yeah,
True, ma'am.
definitely.
You
And
just
as
reminded me.
Yeah, Sureka
go
ma'am
ahead, ma'am.
shared about food, na. I really feel, there's a lot of eating habits which we all know. Probably we know it so much so that right from the baby is born till we are existing, we know what to eat, what not to eat. So many myths are around, actually. But what I really felt when you were saying is that when you're eating, feel it, smell it, eat it, even if it is something which you like or dislike. It has a lot of way you connect to the food and eat it. And definitely whatever you shared apart from food was all about food to our mind and heart, like being in music, art, dance,
Meditation.
joyfully celebration. Definitely that is food to mind and heart. There's no doubt. Thank you for wonderful sharing, ma'am. Sureka ma'am, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
And
ma'am. Thank you for all your help. You are the
I
driving force
feel
for this book.
no, it's
I'm very
each individual, ma'am. It's each individual here. It is nothing you and me. It's
yeah.
all group consciousness. And
Ashish ji, I'm an example of it. I had so many things in my plate. I was not sure if I'll be able to deliver, but there was one strong interest. I wanted to do this book club. And one book club. It's not just this book or anything, but it so happened it came this book to me. And I could connect so many things with this book actually. Food, multitasking, enjoying life, and not to worry. I was in a rush every time. Like few years back too, I was rushing my kids, not just me, my kids also. And my son, when I took him for swimming, he fell down and he broke his elbow because I was in a rush. I need to go home and cook. I'm driving him, taking him to the activity. Here, everything we have to do our own. Like at least back home in India, it's not that situation. Somebody's there to take. Here, we have to do everything for our own kids. Uh, so, now I'm connecting that, it happened so many years back. Oh, poor fellow. I rushed him and I made him fall down and he has to get hurt because I was making him more stressed. I'm stressing and at the same time making my kid also stressed with those, expectations we have. That's one example. And recent example is like, for Diwali only, you follow or you make anything. I'm just taking an example of Diwali because it recently happened. I planned like 10, 20 things, what all to do in the house or with whatever family or kids. I was like, typically I write it down, whatever I do. And I was at the end of the day, I could do like 60 to 70% of it. So I'm happy. So that's how I don't know if I don't want to say judge, but at least I'm making sure that whatever I plan, there should be a plan definitely. If you don't plan, then there will be nothing happening. So even for a small festival also, I had like so many things planned. And out of that, at least I was able to do 60%. If I would have not planned anything, I would have not done anything. So, that was a recent experience I wanted to share. Thank you. Thank you, Ashishji. That was a wonderful question. Yes, Chandra sir and I think Vindhya ma'am also raised. Yes, sir. Go ahead, please. Yeah. I think you can unmute yourself. Yeah. Okay, sir.
Thank you. I think Ashish ji raised a wonderful question. Why? Sureka, can you help me with your takeaway slide?
Oh, yeah, sure, sir.
See, I mean, just look at this. While Ashish ji mentioned that I'm in Bombay, how can I take the benefit? We are looking at happiness, we are looking at longevity, we are looking at socializing, we are looking at lifestyle, diet, spirituality, etc. So I was just reminded, I spent quite some time in Bombay as a student. And I used to wonder that, see, the middle class life in Bombay, why middle class? Any class life in Bombay starts with, let's say, get up, get ready, meet at the local station, the suburb station. I have found that people belonging to various groups, various society practices, They meet in one place. They occupy the same bogie. They meet at that bogie. Then, as the train moves, they start from, let's say, Andheri and then go all the way to either, they go to church. They will open up. By the time they come to Santa Cruz, the rest of the members of the group have joined. They occupy that, I would use the word coupe there, basically, that particular set of seats. Set up their, whatever the briefcase or whatever they are carrying, they will set it up and then start, open up a few decks of cards together. What are they doing when they are doing that? They are playing a game, but right, they are also exchanging the feelings, what is sad, what is happiness, and what are the challenges, how are they going to overcome. By doing that as a pattern, they are deriving the benefit of togetherness. And that is where they are finding their Ikigai. In fact, they look forward to that 701 train or 703 train, or I mean, they talk in those minutes and seconds. So that thought came to my mind as he was asking the question, how do we do it? You are building a circle of togetherness. You exchange your challenges, you exchange your problems, you spend the time together, and by the time you have reached church gate, there is nothing like boredom. You have started, "Arey, itna jaldi aa gaya." This is the statement I have heard most of those people say. Every moment, they have built the pattern of enjoyment into their lifestyle. And they hate Saturdays and Sundays because they cannot do this. Right? So, building that pattern of enjoyment, taking that bits and pieces together, and look at the beauty of it. All of them do not stay in the same locality. All of them do not work in the same office. They just meet during the commuting exercise of their life, and they build their own. That is the principle of Ikigai that is getting conveyed. Build happiness, build socialization, build your lifestyle, right? Mix it with all these parameters. Don't worry, I mean, where is the question of place now coming? The moment you build these elements as takeaways, I don't see any place as a constraint at all. And Bombay is the best example that you can think of. So, I mean, that would be my take from the question that you raised, sir. And thank you very much for that question. And beautiful session, Surekha. You've done very well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for all your help, actually.
No,
You-
I mean,
you
Ashish
have,
really hit the nail. That's Ikigai. That's Bombay. That's Ikigai in Bombay.
No,
Yes,
beautiful answer. I mean, I can relate so much to what Chandra sir just answered, and lovely session and lovely answers and great session, Sureka ma'am.
Thank you, Ashish ji. Thank you, sir. Actually,
And
the same way,
I,
not only in the bus. Go ahead, sir.
sorry, so I'm already thinking right now in my today's day what Ikigai I'm going to incorporate. Oh, so beautiful. Set me thinking. Yeah, yeah, great.
Yeah, just enjoy the moment, you know. Don't think, oh, I have to go for such a long in the traffic. I just put some, if there's nobody, just put some music also. I mean, you know, if you love the music, you can just drive or whatever, you're in the bus or car or whatever, you are in the traffic.
No,
Here
if I
also,
can,
in US also, it's the same problem. There's a lot of traffic here also. Hours and
yeah,
hours you have to sit in the traffic.
if I can just take half a minute, quickly, I'm just sharing. So today, one of my friend has just landed from Singapore, and he and three of us, we said, "Can you meet for lunch?" So I said, "Yeah, let's meet for lunch." But I am thinking that I've got so many things to do, and evening I've got a session to take, and lunch, but now I'm with Ikigai. Okay, I'm going to just go and enjoy. I mean, they're my batchmates from college. I'm going to have some great 2 hours. That's my Ikigai for today.
Awesome. Awesome, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm so glad you made that call.
Yes.
I am also working on that. Whenever people invite me, I am like, okay, at least I'll go and few minutes I'll just spend time and come back. I used to be so resistant not to go because I have so many things. I can catch up things at home and, all the socializing. But I've decided. And also, like, here in US, there are like people, especially women, I know, they do like stay home moms. They do like community walks. Uh, they like call up each other and like morning 6 or 7 they walk for an hour 2 hours. They don't even know they walk 10 miles. Oh, the 10 miles, oh my god, that's a lot. So how much we talked. Whatever it is, they're sharing their views or whatever it is, like problems or happiness. So that's exactly like when we meet. And also people do here in US like kitty parties and whatnot, right? So socializing is important. That's one of the key element for longer life. um, Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ashish ji. Beautiful question, and we all learned with your question. Thank you for asking. Vinya, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please share your input.
Thank you, Sureka ma'am. Beautiful presentation, and obviously great book. And I love the way you're presenting in your slides, your takeaways, and your how you talked about food, and you always have given your own examples and connected. So thank you for that. And
Thank you.
I guess I'm the last, but what to do? Ashish sir has asked the question, and everyone has answered whatever I wanted to say. I'll just sum it
Oh,
up in the way I wanted to. Ashish sir, what to do? You were the one question you answered such a beautiful asked. I mean, it rose so many thoughts in all of us, and yes, Mumbai is fast. I'm from Goa, so Goa is slow. Always been slow, and I've been to Mumbai many times, and I used to wonder like those fast trains. I don't think I can manage and all that. But as I grew up, what fast really is not about speed, like how we have been talking, right? Fast life, time is same for everybody. It is how we see it, how we spend it. And I think each and every one who has answered here has given beautiful points and like being in the present, right? And we are all into meditation, and meditation helps us do that. So after meditation, if you notice, at least I have noticed my life has changed, and we are observing more. Same time, same things, everybody is seeing the same, but we are observing. At least that is what it's helped me. uh, Take the example of my own house. I mean, if I just go into my backyard, I am seeing those beautiful, like, I can hear the birds, I can see the season change, I can see everything because I'm there and I'm noticing. And my my husband is with me in the same house. He's so busy. Maybe he's in Mumbai like you. I don't know. He's in his life rushing, going through, and he is not able to notice. And I point out, and then he's like, "Oh, was there a turtle here? Was it?" So luckily, I have the chance to see. I'm not saying that if I was so busy too, but the practice is what I'm talking about. We all meditation gives us that practice to be more observant and be in the present. Those are the two important things. Like even Swarnama mentioned, like, you're traveling in the train. How many times do you even look out and see? Maybe you may notice one beautiful, some tree or some bird or some flower or some cute kid or somebody. So observe, and that gives us joy being in the moment. And the same time, same thing, everybody's commuting, but how you use it is what makes the difference, enjoying it. And um, I too, my dad's friend is in Mumbai, and I remember whenever, like, I mean, he used to drive. I mean, he had a driver who used to take him, so he used to use that commute time to meditate in the car and or listen to an audiobook or something. So I think each one to their own, whatever they can use the time. But the best advice is, yeah, be in the present, and then, of course, meditation that helps us practice and be more observant and enjoy every moment. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
beautiful, ma'am. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I think it's all, the mindfulness and also the happy. He says one key word, right? Happily busy. You be busy, but you be happy at the same time. If you're busy and then you're crying and you're nagging and I'm stressed and all those negativity coming emotions, then that is not good. But be busy, but you're happy, then that's all matters. That's the key I am taking away from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you talked
And
about socialization, right? That one more thing,
Mm.
just
Sure,
yes,
ma'am.
it
Go
is
ahead.
really, it makes us happy. But unfortunately, I don't know, fortunately or not, I've gotten into the spirituality meditation, and my friends are like, oh, let's leave her alone. She is into her meditation. So they've decreased, and I have to reach out now. So, like, so try to make my connection again and, like, go and. But just like you said, I used to spend a lot more hours with them talking and all. Now I spend a little less, but I enjoy that time whenever I spend. I also
Yeah.
found new groups, right? Our groups are there. We have, so socialization happens anyway in these groups, and I enjoy these discussions
Mm.
too. So yeah, just wanted to add that. Thanks.
Beautiful sharing, ma'am. Yes,
I,
I do see that. Same.
I,
Yeah, Swarna, ma'am.
yeah,
Yes, go
thank you,
ahead.
thank you. One more
Thank you,
thing,
ma'am.
just it came in my mind. Like before and after meditation, nothing changes actually. You don't reject anyone. You don't need to stop anything. You don't need to feel, any negativity, any limited beliefs. Everything actually same. But what changes before and after is now you are in more awareness. Your happiness changes. The way you look at things changes. The way you accept people changes. Earlier it was like a little bit hesitation and agitated mind. If somebody annoying, oh my gosh, annoying. But now we are meditators and we get so much of peace and compassion within us. Now we accept them, and we don't need to talk. We'll just always there to listen. Even the annoyed person comes in, you just keep listen. Okay, yeah, okay. So as soon as they see you, they immediately say, wow, how calm you are. They immediately change. So I have noticed, within my group. So even I had these questions: do I need to go out? Do I need to waste my time? I need to meditate, or my peaceness is going to be disturbed? Or they are not meditators. All those things are there, but one step by step, I can see. I would go and contemplate, and no, no, no. Then I listen to the Sajjan Sangatya. Then the same day, universe will guide, or somebody will say, no, we have to go, like that. So I meditate before going to them. I meditate more. So I will be vibrating at a higher frequency and go. So they absorb me, and they talk only about meditation, and they don't talk, out of boundaries and all. So that's how they changed. So now I'm like thinking, yeah, now actually you don't need to reject anything. Nothing changed. Only the way you look at things changed from your point of view, and that made others change too. So yeah, I just want to bring how things, how people seeing us, these energies, and they say, oh, you are there for me. They invite, they always invite wherever I go, and I want to be there, honor their invitation. So yeah, that's life, right? So yeah, the more meditation we do, the people only have is like they give.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Just
Thank you, ma'am.
wanted
Thank you
to
for sharing.
clarify.
Uh, yes,
So,
that is really helpful. Yeah, we do see
yeah,
those
that's what these people
situations.
do. This, yeah, Ikigai people, that's what they do. They enjoy their life because they are very calm with that peace
Mhm.
level. So
Yeah.
that's why nothing bothers them. Even they outside whole day, they come up with so much peace, I think. But if we go imagine how we come in the house, oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm outside whole day. Oh my gosh. Like that is something end of the life type. I used to feel, and everybody after work, oh my gosh. I would enter in the house as if I achieved something, and I have everybody has to respect me, or everybody has to polite. That's how face I used to come, and I'll be like wantedly like angry face. Everybody are quiet, but I would be expecting something like, yes, I went to work and I came, and now nobody should talk to me, or I should not talk to them. Oh my gosh. So now it's like nothing. So neutral. Yeah.
The key is
Thank you,
meditation.
ma'am.
The key is meditation. So it helps us a lot,
Exactly.
friends. I mean,
Yeah.
Ikigai's lifestyle is nothing but our spiritual tablets recommendation. What all we are suggesting you all to do. Meditation, Swadhyaya, Sajjana Sangatya, vegetarianism. So you follow these, and Ananda Brahma is like, socializing activities, whatever you want to do. So you follow this, and, you'll have a healthy life, longer life. So that is the key takeaways from this lesson. And the next one is the lesson 7. Any more questions, friends? If no more questions, okay, yeah. Next lesson talks about all diet and the food. Okay, ma'am. I think nobody else has anything. And close the session.
Yeah, we can end the session, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Swarna ma'am. Thank you for sharing your beautiful sharing. Always makes me like full energetic, whenever I speak to you or whenever you share.
Because just I could imagine myself how I was. Now and then I go back and enjoy myself, how I used to expect from people, and people would not react, and that made me more angry.
Yeah.